Breaking news, the Chicago Bears have brought in a veteran offensive lineman and a guy who could be our starting right guard this upcoming season, Michael Shoefield. He was the starting right guard for the Chargers 3 out of the last 4 years. He was replaced when they added Boston College guard Zion Johnson in the draft. What up, guys? Swift here covering everything Chicago Bears. Schofield is that veteran presence that fans have been clamoring for. He's a 31-year-old vet who has 102 career games in the NFL with 81 starts. He was graded out pretty well by PFF standards, if anyone cares about that. He's a much better pass blocker than he is a run blocker. He has started 16 games 3 times throughout his career and started 12 games for the Chargers last year. He has experience at guard and tackle, but is graded out better as a guard throughout his career. It is nice to have that added versatility and the ability to play tackle in a pinch. I believe Schofield was brought in to play right guard for the Bears and get Musty out of that starting lineup. Schofield started 12 games last season and played 75.1% of the snaps at right guard. He was one of just 33 guards to log over 600 passing snaps last year. Out of all those guards, he was the seventh highest graded pass blocker according to PFF, coming in with a grade of 75.2. That is right. When it comes to pass blocking, Michael is a top 10 guard in the NFL. He also is a local kid from Orland Park who now gets to play for his hometown team. He also has the size at 6'6", 300 pounds, and plenty of NFL experience. He isn't going to be the long-term answer. He's 31 years old, but he is a solid veteran that can come in and stabilize that right guard position and at least give us insurance if none of the rookies step up in camp. Schofield was not graded out nearly as good of a run blocker as he was a pass blocker. That should open the door for Zachary Thomas to at least compete for the starting spot. Thomas is a dominant run blocker, but struggles a bit in pass protection, whereas Schofield is the opposite. He excels in pass blocking, but struggles a bit as a run blocker. So let's compare Schofield to our right guard from last season, James Daniels, that Poles let walk. I had fans telling me what a huge mistake that was. I accurately pointed out that James Daniels allowed the most pressures on our entire offensive line last season and over the last 2 years combined. So my guy at the Windy City Productions posted a nice graphic today that compares James Daniels to Michael Schofield. Last season, Daniels had 9 penalties, while Schofield only had 3. Daniels gave up 3 sacks, Schofield only 2. Daniels allowed more pressure than any lineman on our team with a whopping 40 last year. Michael Schofield only allowed 24 pressures. That's just a quick comparison. Obviously, Daniels is still young, which is why he got a big contract, but Poles was able to replace his production and possibly even upgrade the position while bringing in a guy for a veteran minimum contract. This is why we don't freak out about right guards in March. What he does is provide insurance for the position and a solid veteran presence. This is a move I have talked about previously on this channel and accurately predicted on Twitter since March. That's right, back in March when all the gloom and doom fans were freaking out about the right guard position and freaking out about how we needed to pray for Fields, I was accurately tweeting that we need to evaluate the young guys and we could easily sign a veteran in time for training camp. I had so many fans tell me I was an idiot and we were missing out on all the good free agents. Here we are though, entering training camp, and there are still plenty of solid veterans sitting around on the free agent market. Today we brought one of those in for the right guard spot. He isn't an all-pro, but he is a solid veteran who was a top 10 pass blocking guard in the NFL last season. This should at least calm down the negative fans. Schofield can slide right into the right guard position and offers an immediate upgrade over Sam Mustipher. I believe that Zachary Thomas should still have a shot to compete for the job. I don't expect the Bears to just give Schofield anything. He will have to earn it, and that means beating out Zachary Thomas and Ja'Tyre Carter. I don't actually expect the doom and gloom fans to chill out. That is just who they are. This move solidifies the biggest concern they had all offseason long. They will find something else to cry about now. But the big news is that this offseason continues going how I predicted it would, and I seem to be doing a pretty good job of understanding how Ryan Poles is building this roster. This is a solid move that solidifies our offensive line. He isn't a Pro Bowler, but he's a solid veteran presence that should be able to fill the hole at right guard. This is just another solid move from Ryan Poles. He continues to impress me with how in tune to the entire roster he is. Everything I have seen shows me that he is a smart GM who actually understands how to build a roster. He has a long way to go, but so far Ryan Poles is knocking it out of the park, and today's signing is just another solid move. Stay tuned as we have training camp coverage coming all week long, and until next time, bear down.